Okay, welcome back to another video on Math Channel. It's your teacher, Miss Lim here, and in this video we're looking at calculating mean, median, mode, and range from data displays. In particular for dot plots, stem and leaf plots, frequency distribution tables, and histograms. So let's have a look at dot plots. Here we've got a dot plot of minutes to eat breakfast. Let's have a look at how to calculate the range. I find the range one of the easier things to do, as well as mode, so they're my top two, and then I like to work out the median and mean later because they're a little bit more challenging. So the range, remember, is the highest minus lowest score. According to this, one person takes 12 minutes to eat breakfast, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people don't even eat breakfast. So we can see here that the range is the score, 12 minus 0. 12 minus 0, which is 0. The most common, or the mode, is the most common score. So which one has the most? It's 10. 10 has the most. It has the highest frequency, so the mode is 10. The median is the middle score, and whenever we like to find the middle score, which is the what I like to do is to get rid of the lowest and highest and keep doing it until I've got the middle 1 or 2. So lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest. Now this might take a while, so I might do it in lots of 5, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we can go 1, 2, and we've got 2 left over. So the median is going to be 5 plus, well, this one's 5, this one's 5 as well. So 5 plus 5 divided by 2, because there are 2 of them, is just 5. So the median is 5 minutes to eat breakfast. And the mean is the average. Okay, we want to work out the average. Well, that means we need to know how long it took each person. So for each of these 6 people here, they all didn't eat breakfast. So they took 0 minutes each, so 0 times 6 is 0. These 2 people took 1 minute to eat breakfast each, so 1 times 2 is 2. These 3 people took 2 minutes each, so 2, 4, 6, or 3 times 2 is 6. These 5 people took 3 minutes each. 3 times 5 is 15. These 2 people took 4 minutes each. 2 times 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 8 is 16. 1, 2, 3 times 9 is 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 10 is 70. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 11 is 44. And 1 times 12 is 12. So now we can work out how many minutes it took in total by adding all of these numbers we just wrote down. And then we can divide it by how many people there were. So this one here, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 5, 16, 17, 18, plus another 5, it's 23, 24, 25, 28, 28 plus 7 is 35, plus 4, 39, 40. So the mean is whatever the total is divided by 40 because there are 40 people. So let's work out what these add to. 0 plus 2 plus 6 plus 15 plus 8 plus 25 plus 16 plus 27 plus 70 plus 44 and 12. That's 225. Now if I divide that by 40, the average or the mean is 5.625 minutes. So on average it takes someone 5.625 minutes to eat breakfast. Now, just remember, right, your mode, median, and mean needs to be somewhere between 0 and 12. If you get a number that's outside of this range, then something is wrong. If you get a mode that is 17, but there's nothing here with 17, so that doesn't make sense. If your middle score is -5, -5 is down here, but it needs to be in between 0 and 12. It doesn't make sense because it's a middle score. The mean has to be the average. It has to be somewhere between 0 and 12. So just make sure that you double check your answers to make sure that it makes sense. Alright, so what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video and have a go with this question. Okay, so the range is highest score minus lowest score. Well, the highest score is a 10. The lowest score that someone got is 2. So 10 minus 2, that's 8. The mode is the most frequent or most common, and the one with the most is 8. 8 is the most common score. Median is the middle score. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lowest, highest, and we got 2 left over. They are both 7s. Okay, this one's a 7, and that person got a 7 as well. So median is 7 plus 7 divided by 2, which is 7. And the mean. One person got 2. So this 1 dot times 2 is 2. 3 dots times 5 is 15. 4 dots times 6 is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 7, 35. 6 times 8 is 48. 2 times 9 is 18. And 3 times 10 is 30. So now we can work out the total scores made altogether from all the students by adding them together. 15, 24, 35, 48, 18, and 30. 172. And we're going to divide it by how many students there were. So according to this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Alright, so 172 divided by 24 is 7.2 to 1 decimal place. Okay, so we can see here that our answer is somewhere between the lowest score, 2, and the highest score, 10. Okay, our mean and our median, our middle score, has to be somewhere between there. So that's good. That's good. Our mode also has to be between there. And the range is just highest minus lowest. Alright, let's have a look at how to find the range, mode, median, and mean from a stem and leaf plot. So the range is highest minus lowest. The highest score, according to this, is 58. The lowest is 10. So the range is 48. The mode is the most common or most frequent. We've got 10, 13, 16, 21, 26, 27, 28, 35, 35. Okay, so there's 2 35s. 36, 41, 41. Okay, there's 2 41s. 45, 46, 49. Okay, so there are 2 modes. They are 35, because there are 2 35s, and 41. Okay, median. Lowest, highest, lowest, highest. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lowest, highest. That's my middle score. 36. Right, and my mean. Just going to grab my calculator out and just punch in these numbers. The first number is 10, remember, it's not 0. So 10 plus 13 plus 16 plus 21, 26, 27, and 28. 35, 35, 36, 41, 41, 45, 46, and 49, 50, 53, 56, and 58. 686 divided by how many numbers were there? Well, that's 5 times 3, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So if I divide 686 by 19, the mean is 36.1. That's to 1 decimal place. Okay, and you can see that that is somewhere between the lowest score of 10 all the way to 58. We're looking for a number that's somewhere between them. Good. The modes are between the lowest and highest scores. The median is as well, and so is the mean. So hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. Pause the video, have a go at question B by yourselves. Okay, welcome back. Range, highest minus lowest. The highest was 24, and the lowest is 8. So 24 minus 8, that should be 16. The mode. It looks like there is no mode because every single number occurs once only. So no mode. Now you might be tempted to see, oh, there's an 8 here and there's an 8 here. But this is actually 8. This is actually 18, so they're different. Same with this one. There's a 1 here and there's a 1 here, but then they represent different numbers. This one says it's 11. This one says it's 21, so there is no mode. Okay, median, middle score, lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest. Okay, 2 in the middle. Now it's not 3 plus 5 divided by 2. Okay, it's 13 plus 15 divided by 2. And that's equal to 14. Okay, mean. I'm going to add all these numbers together. I'm going to divide it by, that's 6 plus 4 is 10. I'm going to divide it by 10. So we've got 8 plus 9 plus 10 and 11, 13, 15, 17, and 18, as well as 21 and 24. Okay, then divide it by 10. That's 14. Oh, sorry. Answer was 146. And so when we divide it by 10, we get 14.6. And we can see here, right, the lowest score is 8. The highest score is 24. It needs to be between them. That's good. That's good. No mode, that's understandable. All right. Now, let's say, for example, you made a mistake and you forgot that these numbers here belong with the stem and you just added them by themselves. So like 8, 9, 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8, and 1 and 4, and then you divided it by 10, you get an answer of 4.6. But 4.6 doesn't lie between these two numbers, so you know you made a mistake. Okay, so just be careful. Always ask yourself if it makes sense. Okay, next question. Frequency distribution tables, range, mode, median, and mean. The first thing I would do is I would complete an fx column, which means the frequency times the score, frequency times the score, and also these totals. These totals will help with the mean. So what do I mean by fx, or f times x? According to the first one, f is 7, x is 4, so 7 times 4, 28. Next one, 11 times 5, 55. 13 times 6, 78. 7 times 19, what's that? 140 minus 7, 133. 8 times 16, I'm just going to use my calculator because I can't be bothered. 8 times 16, 128. 9 times 8, 72. 10 times 3, 30. Then we're going to add both of these columns, right? So the frequency column, let's add them together. 7 plus 11, 13, 19, 16, 8, and 3. 77. And then we've got 28, 55, 78, 133, 128, 72, and 30. Okay, 524. Alright. You might be wondering, oh, what's the point of this frequency distribution table? Well, let's just say, for example, we've got this example here in question A. I am not going to write 77 numbers. According to this, there are 77 numbers. There are 7 fours. It's like saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there are 11 fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to write all the 6s and then all the 7s. Altogether, I will write 77 different numbers, right? I'm not going to do that. So instead of doing that, we're using this frequency table. And so this fx here, frequency times the score, that says here that when I add these numbers together, technically it's just 7 times 4 because there are 7 fours. If I were to do this bit here, technically it's just 11 times 5 because there are 11 fives. So that's 55. So this way it just makes it a lot easier rather than adding 77 individual numbers together on a calculator. That's going to take forever. Alright? Okay. So the range is the highest minus the lowest score. The highest score is 10 and the lowest score is 4. So 10 minus 4, that's 6. Okay. The mode is the most common score. The most common score, I'm looking at the frequency because frequency is how often it occurs, is 19. So 19 is the highest frequency of which score? Of 7. Okay, so what that means is, you know, up here when I wrote all of this, it's like writing 7 19 times. I'm just not going to do that. So that mode is the score, right? It's not 19. 19 just tells us how many times that occurs. Alright, median. The median is the middle score. So how I like to work this out is I have a look at the frequency, the total frequency, and in order to find a middle score, I'm going to add 1 to that and then divide it by 2. So when I add 1 to that, that's 78. 78 divided by 2 is 39. So what that means is I'm looking for the 39th score. Well, the 7th score is a 4. The 18th score is a 5, right? Because 11 plus 7 is 18. So if I were to look at these numbers up here, this 18th number is a 5. Well, I'm still looking for the 39th number. What is the 39th number? So when we add them together, we get 18. When we add these two together, we get 31. Whoops, 31. When we add these two numbers together, we get 50. That means because the 39th score is between these two, the 39th score has to be a 7. Okay, this can be quite challenging, I understand that, but that's okay. Alright, and to work out the mean, all we need to do is we need to divide this total by this total. Okay, what do they all add up to? They all add up to 524. And how many numbers did we add? We added 77 numbers. So here's my calculator. 524 divided by 77 is 6.8. And that's the 1 decimal place. And we can see, right, because the lowest score is a 4 and the highest score is a 10, our mean and our median and our mode should all lie somewhere between there, and they do, which is good. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to create an fx column. Right, this is our x, the score, and a total for this. And then I want you to pause the video, complete this table, and then work out the range, mode, median, and mean by yourselves. Okay, so I'm going to go through this. That's 0 times 10, 0, 1 times 12, 12, 2 times 5, 10, 3 times 3, 9. Add these together, that is 22, 31. Add these numbers together, 22, that's 30. Okay, range. Highest score minus lowest score, 3. Mode, most common, the most common one is 1 car. Median. Median is the middle score. Now there's 30 here, so 30 plus 1 is 31, divided by 2 is 15.5. So I'm looking for the 15th and 16th score, or 15th and 16th number, and then I'll average the two of them. So according to this, there are 10 zeros. It's like saying 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then there are 12 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then there are 5 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there are 3 threes. 1, 2, 3. I don't want you to write it out like that in order to find a median. Okay, but I'm just showing you what it looks like. So we want to find the 15th and 16th score. Well, the first 10 are zeros, right? So that's 10 there. 10 plus 12 is 22. So that means the 22nd score is a 1. Well, 15 and 16 is between 10 and 22. That means they must be both 1s. So the median is just 1 plus 1, and we're going to divide it by 2. Okay, because the 15th score is a 1, the 16th score is a 1, so we add them together, divide it by 2, and the answer is 1. So the middle score is 1. And we can, oh sorry, what did I do here? These are meant to be 3s. So what we can do is, if we were to eliminate some, to work out the median using this long one here, if we were to do it the long method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 1, and then here we go. They are our middle two. We add them together and divide by 2. Okay, same thing. The mean, 31 divided by 30, which is 1.03. Repeater. And we can see, because the range, the smallest to the largest, the mean is between 0 and 3. As is the median, as is the mode. Okay, last bit for today's lesson. Histograms. So we're going to have a look at this. I'm going to go through A with you, and then you can pause the video and have a go with B. So the range for question A, this is the highest score. This is the lowest score. 3 minus 0, again, 3. The mode, which one occurs the most often? Well, 2 does. Okay, the median. This one's a little bit harder. So we need to work out the total number. According to this, there are 30 zeros, 21s, 42s, and 10 threes. If we were to add all those numbers together, what do we get? We get 50, 90, 100. So if we have 100 scores, then we add 1 and then divide it by 2, that gives us 50.5. So we are looking for the 50th and the 51st score. Okay, so looking for 50th and 51st score, and then we can average the two. Well, according to this, the first 30 are zeros, the next 20 are 1. So that means the 50th score is a 1, but the 51st score is a 2, because the next one is like here. Okay, so like the 50th score is up here, the 51st score is there. So the median is actually halfway between 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 divided by 2, which is 1.5. Okay, and the mean. The mean is the average. So that means we want to know what f of x, oh sorry, not f of x, fx is. So we're going to times the score by the frequency. 0 times 30, 0. 1 times 20, 20. 2 times 40, 80. 3 times 10, 30. So now we can add all of those numbers together. We've got 0 plus 20 plus 80 plus 30. And then we're going to divide it by the total number of scores, which we already added these for. We already said it was out of 100. So let's put that in our calculator. 20 plus 80 plus 30 divided by 100 is 1.3. Good, and that's correct because we know that it has to be between the lowest and the highest. And 1.3 lies somewhere between there. Alright. Pause the video, have a go with the last one yourselves. Okay, here are my first two answers because I think you should have gotten them correct yourselves. Let me just go through median and mean, and just in case you need extra explanation. Median is the middle score. So I need to know how many scores there are. There's 2 people who are 8 years old. There are 10 who are 9. There are 5 people who are 10 years old, and there is 3 who are 11. So how many scores are there, or how many people are there? That's 12 plus 8 is 20. So 20 people plus 1 divided by 2 equals 10.5. So I'm looking for the 10th and the 11th person. I want to know how old those 2 people are. Well, the first 2 people are 8 years old. The next 10, they are all 9 years old. Well, altogether that's 12 people. That means the 10th and the 11th person must both be 9 years old. So the median has to be 9 plus 9 divided by 2, which is just 9. Okay, so the middle score is 9. And if we were to work out the mean, okay, we've got 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 10 is 90, 10 times 5 is 50, and 11 times 3 is 33. So I'm going to add all of them together. $189, and then I'm going to divide it by how many people there were. Well, we already added these 4 numbers. We said that it was 20, so I'm going to divide it by 20. And that's 9.45. So the average age of for this, let's say it's a golf class for children. The average age is 9.45 years old. Okay, and that looks right because it needs to be somewhere from 8 to 11, and 9.45 is somewhere between there. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you now know how to calculate the mean, median, mode, and range from different data displays.